That's me. With the game table, as always, we are here opening up games to show you the content inside. So today, we are going to be talking about the Almanac, the Dragon Road. This is designed by Scott Almas, who actually also designs a lot of the Tiny Epic games. What's exciting about this game is that there's a lot of different stories and boards in one. So it kind of feels like tiny mini games in one big large game. This game is for 2 to 4 players. It's about 45 minutes, I want to say. They don't actually tell you on this box, which is crazy. But the price of this box is $49.99. But it is large and in charge. And it looks like a book. So it looks like it has the pages and then the spine of the book as well, which is really exciting. So we're going to go ahead and get into opening this. Right on up, and as you can see on the back, it shows off the beautiful artwork and pictures of the game itself. And then here we go, we're going to open this up. Ooh, this opened up really nicely. Oh my goodness. All right, so the first thing we always see is we see our rule book. Ooh. In here we have the Dragon Road. So each place is numbered. 15 is the Horizon Isles. These are going to be the locations you're actually going to be going to and seeing, which looks really cool. I'm loving that. It gives you a nice little welcome, travelers. A table of contents, credits and thanks. Then we have our components nicely laid out, including with pictures. Then we have the game setup as well as the outpost. This is actually the book. So this is actually showing, so the outpost is the first, and it's showing where everything is kind of laid out as you are playing all the way down. I'm always a big fan when they give you a visual setup, because then it makes you it helps you kind of figure out what exactly your setup is. Then we have the game overview. So that's kind of going to be what the game is about and what your goal is in the game. Then you have game round. This is going to be what you can do in your turn. The arrival phase, the arrival to which portion of the Dragon Road you're going to. You have the action phase, along with your standard actions of what you can do. Your end phase, this is going to be the phase, what you do at the end of your phase before it goes on to another player. And then the end of the game and all of that which comes with ending the game, how the game ends, what you can do to win. Then you have your bidding, caravans, and caravan cards. You have your contracts, your locations, just kind of giving you specifics on those. And then on the back, you have your encounters, kind of explaining the encounters a little bit more, along with fight down at the bottom. Ooh, what is this? This is greetings, merchant. Welcome to the outpost. Before you head out, please take a moment to inspect your game book. Due to compression of the binding during the assembly, packing, and shipping process, it is possible that your game book won't feel too tight or too loose when turning the pages. The binding tension can be manually adjusted by gently prying or compressing the individual rings of the binding until the pages turn freely. It is highly recommended to make small incremental adjustments as needed to avoid damaging the binding. Wow! And then it says to help by adjusting process, they actually give you a QR code. This is really cool, guys. I love when board games do this. Sometimes we don't expect games to have any issues, and it's not something we traditionally think a board game would have issues in the process, but it happens. So it's really good when a board game company kind of does this, because yeah, it's kind of terrifying to think that you're going to have a component messed up. But it's really good that they kind of understand that it's going to happen, and they give you advice or pointers on how to fix that issue, which is really, really nice of them. This is also here. The above is a diagram that recommended method of organizing your insert. An image description of each component can be found on page 5 of the rules. So this is actually how to organize it back and within the box, which is really, really great. I mean, getting one of these, beautiful, okay? Definitely worth getting, guys. So here we have some stickers. These are going to go on what seems to possibly be something within the game to identify it. These are going to be your player boards, your secret boards. There are 4 colors. These also inside will have references for the players. So when you build these, you'll get references to certain things, common actions and icons, location demand, typical encounter strength, and then more common action icons as well. They're all the same in all 4 of these. Then of course we have our punch boards. Here you have your coins. Woo! as I pop out 2 of them aggressively. Hee hee hee. Sometimes if they're too tough to punch out, sometimes you can actually like rip the image off. I like it when they're easy to punch out. I don't feel like I'm gonna break the pieces or ruin them by ripping them off. Here we have all of our tokens. These look like they are going to be used to reference things. They are double-sided as well, printed on both sides. Here we have our camels, totes or letters, what looks like shields, more gold, scuba helmet, snake, some water possibly, a 10 on a coin, which is really cool. Now here we go with our book. So they're talking about that the book can be somewhat hard depending on how compressed it is. I will be honest, this copy feels really great. It doesn't feel like it's hard to turn the pages at all. I am going to show you a couple of the pages, but so it's a little hard. So yeah, so we would want to work this out a little bit to kind of like help. But here's the outpost, and this explains the outpost. This is where you're going to be using the resources and stuff like that. Each page, oh, that turned nicely after that, is different. So like the Cloud Monastery, here's all the information you need for the Cloud Monastery. And then here is the Cloud Monastery. So each game, like each component is slightly different. Each game is slightly different, and how you gain stuff is slightly different. So it's like mini games inside one large game. But the book is beautifully done. As you can see, these images are beautiful. Really, really pretty. I mean, this book is beautiful, very well designed. In our box, we have 2 die. One is a D6 with the dots on it, and then the other one is what looks like a D6, but it only goes up to 0, 1 through 3, an X, and then a regular D6. Here's what it's talking about. So like here's where the camels go. This is already an insert that they have made specifically for this box. So this is telling, like that paper that we had in the beginning is going to tell you how to put all of those components back into here. Here are going to be cards. These are like your contract cards. These are going to be things that you might have at the market. These are going to be like the encounter cards. So the E is definitely the highest encounter. It's going to be the most difficult. Where this one is probably A, it's going to be the easiest encounter that you're going to have. And then of course you also have these, which are also part of the market board. But no board game is complete without meeples. Sometimes board games are complete without meeples. Not all board games have meeples, and that's okay. Red, yellow, blue, and black, the colors that we saw at the beginning with the game board, but you do get meeples as well, and they also have their own home. So you get all of this, including a plastic insert, which you do not get in a lot of board games, all for $49.99. And a bunch of mini games with replayability, because honestly, you just open up to a page and you play a game. Very well done, very well designed. I cannot wait to get this to the table and play it. I'm so excited. And with that, we now have looked at the Almanac, the Dragon Road, all of the games that I have shown on the game table. Hopefully you guys have been liking this. I enjoy it because getting to see the components of a board game is always the greatest thing. If there's one advice I can give to you as a board gamer myself, don't judge a board game by its cover. You know, there are some really cute games that are very hard and strategic. And then there are some very, tough, simplistic looking games that are super easy to learn and play and are amazing. But as always, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, watching these videos, and having a good time with the game table. And I will be back again for more episodes, and I can't wait to see you guys. Bye!